Jay somewhere where it's freezing cold, and they've hired a guy who knows what the cold is up there. They've hired Joe Brady for the Buffalo Bills head coaching job. Jay, does this move make any sense to you? Like hiring from within the building?
It didn't at first. And so I was sitting here last night and I was watching that Netflix movie with Affleck and Damon, The Rip, and I was thinking about this. All right, movie, if anybody wants to watch it. I said that he's in there because McDermott threw fucking Bean under the bus in the media, so they were going to move on. But I have spent the last year saying teams got to grow some balls and fire their head coach and promote their offensive coordinator if you think the offensive coordinator is better than the head coach, a la it would have been hard after 15 wins, but Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell, different things. I don't think Detroit could have done it. I'm just saying, like, now you look at Ben Johnson and go, oh, maybe, right? So the Vikings should have did it years ago with Tomlin. I'm not going to crush the Bills. I don't know if I don't think this is the best hire, but you know what? After saying it for a year that these teams have to grow some balls, the Bills grew balls and did exactly what I think some teams need to do. So I'm not going to crush them.
I think my problem with this move is it doesn't actually fix your problem that you had this season. So your problem that you had this season was your defense, and it is a very Cowboys move to do. But the other thing is the owner came out and said, like, Keon Coleman wasn't a GM decision. It was the coach's decision. Well, I don't think Sean McDermott was banging the table for.
No, I get that argument. It had to be Joe Brady. Yeah,
it had to be Joe Brady. So that's one reason. And then the other reason is the team was so devastated when I came in the locker room. But Joe Brady was still Joe Brady's the coach that was there as well. Like,
it's
Joe
because he can't come out and say you dragged my GM, so I'm firing you.
Yeah, I can't come out, like, he can't come out and say the GM is giving himself the brownest nose ever over the course of the past season.
I like that.
Well, you know, like, he's a bit of a kiss-ass snake, I think, like, from what I've seen. But, like, you know, like, he's done like this, like he's done this campaign, and then he can't come and say I fired Sean McDermott, like, for emotional reasons. Like, I got emotional and fired Sean McDermott, and I probably shouldn't have. That's what it stinks of, this hiring. And look, I'm glad that they've got an offensive guy in there. I think that makes loads of sense to pair up Josh Allen with an offensive coordinator, because Josh Allen's going to make your offensive coordinator a hot commodity for a long period of time. So I don't necessarily hate the Joe Brady move. It just doesn't make sense from why they said they were moving on.
I think if you bring in a defensive coordinator who makes that defense better, then you look like a fucking genius, though.
Yeah, right. Yeah, 100%.